Hello, welcome to Just for Fun. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good week. It's Kyle here, and Kyle over there. You know, oh, it's good to be here, Kyle. But in your place, Chloe took your shoes. I think we got the best guest of them all. We got HR here of Just for Fun with the fellas, but now Just for Fun. Chloe, how you feeling? Good. Yeah. Chloe's my dog. For anyone who is an audio listener or whatever. She's an Australian Shepherd. She's about 2 years old. You get a good interview here. She's a little warm and a little anxious here in the summer. She doesn't like the super warm climates. Super cool guy. Two cows. It's funny because I'm interviewing myself, but is actually interviewing with Chloe now because Chloe hopped on. Oh, she's staring at the camera. What are your greatest fears, Chloe? What are your... Yeah? All right, I'll stop with the jokes, but quick week recap right now. Saturday, I had the gang over. I made some cookies. Oh my goodness, these cookies were absolutely phenomenal. I made s'more cookies. I think my dad rated them an 8. These things literally look like Cookie Monster cookies. I'm gonna pop them up right here. It's probably one of my favorite things is baking something that comes out just so good and so clean. It's like art. It's literally like art. It got me thinking like maybe I should start filming it and posting it, but whatever. So I made my chocolate chip cookie recipe. Super secret, super nice. It's honestly one of my biggest flexes is my cookie recipe. You have to make it a certain way. If you don't, then it doesn't taste as good, but it's very, very certain. And probably my biggest flex is that my Mimi uses my recipe now instead of her own. So that's probably my biggest flex. But it's very, very simple. It's my chocolate chip cookie recipe, and then you cover it in a s'more. So you basically do graham cracker, chocolate, marshmallow, give it like a hat or a blanket, I guess, of chocolate chip cookies, and bang, you have your s'more cookie. It was absolutely phenomenal. I ate probably like 4 or 5 of them. I drank out of a coconut at Castaways Cafe. You can maybe see it at the down there. I don't know. If you use code SURF, you get 10% off. This isn't sponsored. It's just they gave out things, and that was one of the promos. So use it if you'd like. It's a cafe. It's a coffee shop that I love. It's pretty cool there. They made a table out of a surfboard. And it's just really, really cool of what they made. And it was more of like a pop-up shop. So it was their 7th birthday party. The 7th wave, as they call it. There was actually some influencers there, which was pretty cool. They had like the ring light, and you actually see them in the wild working. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I had a drink from a coconut. It was coconut water and pineapple juice. I gotta be honest. Wasn't my favorite thing in the world. But drinking from an authentic coconut in the summer on a rainy night was very, very fun. It was very, very cool to watch them crack open a coconut and just drink from it. I mean, it was pretty, pretty cool. And then the 502s came to Hampton Beach. I talked about it last week, but we went. It was very, very cool. It was at the Hampton Beach Casino, which isn't actually a casino. It's a casino ballroom, which is used to be an old phrase for a gathering room was casino, but now it's just a gambling place. It was a very fun concert. The saxophone player absolutely played out of his mind. He was bouncing around stage, and whatever he's having, I would love. It's probably just caffeine. But it was a very, very fun time. We went to the Goat before, and there was dollar bills everywhere. I really don't understand the dollar bills everywhere. It was very, very cool. I think it's very cool, but I don't really understand it. I don't know where it came from, but I think it's really cool. There was notes and stuff on all of them. There is some of call for a good time, and I should have wrote down the number and then called it on here, but that would have been pretty funny. Then there was some with bridal. There was like Katie's bachelor party or something like that, bachelorette party or something like that, and it was very cool. One was shaped like Batman. They drew bat eyes and and the bat signal on it. And there's a lot of fun drawings on them. They're all over the place. Kyle will tell you what the history of the dollar bills around restaurants are. Restaurants and bars pin dollar bills to their walls and ceilings as a nostalgic tradition. Patrons write their names, dates, or messages on the bills and tack them up as a way to leave their mark, bringing good luck to the business, or ensure they always have drinking money saved for a future visit. The tradition varies by region, but the most common explanation includes miners' and fishermen's insurance. Legend dictates that prospectors and sailors passing through towns would pin a dollar bill to the wall, so if they hit hard times or ran out of cash, they would still be able to afford a meal or a drink on their next visit, leaving a mark. It has evolved into a fun, visitor-driven custom. Travelers sign singles with witty messages, hometowns, or anniversaries to commemorate their visit and become a permanent part of the venue's history. Charitable donations. While the walls look like floating cash, many restaurants and bars periodically peel off the bills or collect them as they naturally fall and donate the money to local charities or to support their staff during emergencies. So that's basically it. That's why they... I think the drinking money and that's so funny to to pin a dollar bill for their next visit. That's very smart to do. I got new pens. This is the stupidest news that you'll probably hear all week, but I got 2 new pens in a daily planner, and these pens are very, very fancy, and they're huge. I think it's like a B brand that it's like there's a little B on the top of it, but it's very, very cool. I keep feeling like I say very, very cool. Maybe I should just name it that, the Very, Very Cool Podcast. But anyway, I feel like it should have been longer. I feel like it should have been longer compared to what it is because of the cap, but it writes pretty well. That's my pen news for the week, in case anyone was wondering. I also went to a cookout. Very fun, and it's very cool seeing other families think that they're crazy, but it's just it's very funny hearing families say, "Oh, you're gonna think I'm crazy or whatever," and it's a lot of the time not crazy at all. I mean, I don't come from a crazy family or a huge family, so it's pretty cool seeing big families events. So it was a graduation cookout, and it was inside because it was raining, but it was very fun, and it's funny hearing every family say that they're crazy and off the wall and stuff like that. And maybe my family's crazy, but I really don't think so. I think we're very normal people. But maybe they think that they're crazy because they have this vision in their head of what is normal. But I feel like normal is boring. So if you aren't that crazy, your family's not very fun. Except our family. Our family's very fun. I think it's very funny to think about other people's families and what they think is normal, what they think is fun and whatever. Like, it's weird to think that people think, or maybe you do, maybe like everyone thinks that their family is normal or crazy or whatever. But what is crazy, I guess? Like, if you really dissect it, of the mind. And if you've been watching, you know that I love talking about the mind and how it works. And it's very interesting to think whatever you grow up with, you think is normal compared to other families. So comment below if your family's crazy or have some weird family traditions. I mean, the only family tradition that I guess my favorite family tradition, or what would make my family weird or crazy, I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think my family's crazy. Yeah, whatever. I was thinking about it today. I've been on this kick of how people discovered things and like created things. And I was thinking about skydiving. Think of the first people to skydive. I mean, imagine how frightening that is if the parachute doesn't work. And how do you even test a parachute? Do you strap it to a watermelon or like somebody, like a mannequin? I think it was pretty cool if if they just taped it onto a mannequin and then just threw it out of an airplane? Like, do you think the first test run was out of an airplane, or do you think that they went up onto a building and then threw it off? I mean, they must have thrown it off from the building. That's probably a lot of money to throw and then it not work. Because that's all human. Right, Chloe? Oh. I taught her to spin. Well, listen, I taught her to spin. She she gets too excited around treats, and she won't do it all the time, but she's learning spin. She's getting good at spin. Huh, Chloe? Yeah. She doesn't understand this. She usually never sits on this chair, and she looks pretty comfortable today. I could probably talk about Chloe the whole entire podcast, but I should probably lean away. She's so awesome. She's so much fun. Also, imagine if they made like a dog collar that could talk, like an Up. If you've ever seen Up, it's a movie of a old man who straps a bunch of balloons to his house, and the house flies away, and he goes on this crazy adventure. It's an awesome movie. It made me cry. But there's a dog in it, and it has a talking collar that they can talk. Imagine hearing your dog's thoughts. I mean, they must have some sort of thoughts and know what they want. Like, there's got to be some sort of filler thought. Oh, some sort of filler thoughts, right, Chloe? Oh. She got too hot. She jumped down. But anyway, back to my dumb ideas is the thought of things being created and like actually from Adam. So like I was looking at tape today. I swear, if this is like your first podcast, I'm not on anything. I'm just like mind boggled by everything. But I was thinking, tape, we just go to the store. Maybe some of you create your own tape or whatever. We just go to the store and buy it. Somebody actually had to make that and like figure out how to make it so good that it sticks to things without ruining things. And it's wild, like a screw. Like, we go to the store and buy a screw and then screw stuff together. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think it's just things that are mind-boggling to me. And then but yeah, that's all kind of what I was thinking is everything is made and created, and you can't just make stuff appear out of thin air. So somebody has to make every single thing of plastic, and like, I don't know why this is really getting to me. This is really making me think, and I've definitely talked about this before on here and to my friends, and whoever listens to me is definitely heard this one. And it just doesn't feel real almost. Like, I feel like it would be wild to go back in time. And I really don't think that anyone could make a machine to go back in time and like see your parents as a kid, or like see people as a kid before them. Because whenever I came into the world, my parents were, I don't know, 30 or whatever. And that's all I know them from is 30 and up. But they had a full life before me, which is so weird to think about. And I know, Dad, Mom, you're watching, but like, there's a full life of experiences that they experienced before me. It's so wild to me to think that like they experienced way cooler things than I did, but they also didn't at the same time. I don't know how I'm describing it. It's not like, it's just wild to think about to me. And I know for the past like 3 weeks, it has all resorted back to not thinking anyone's real. And I don't know, it's just like, you got to think like, how is every single person real and like have their own lives and have their own things that they like to do. Like, not every single person likes the same thing. I don't know. It's just really, really getting to me, I guess. It's just really wild. But yeah, that was my thought process today. I know I should probably resort away from talking about how I don't think anyone's real and stuff, because all of you are real and have your own lives, and it's really nice knowing that people actually do enjoy watching me. And it's just the same thing every week. I go on this long spiel of people actually listening to me, but it's it's just such a cool feeling, and I don't know how to express it enough. So thank you. Oh, we went to dinner, and the best part about this place is the popcorn, and I will stand by that. I will stand by if a place has a popcorn machine and seasoning, I will be all over that restaurant. I freaking love that. Of if you can go up and scoop your own popcorn into a basket and sprinkle some seasoning of your choosing or a couple seasonings, I love that. I think that is the best thing a restaurant can do. It's like handing out a free sample. You just feel good of eating popcorn, and I think that has to be a number one snack. We were talking about this. Like, what else is a top 10 snack? Chex Mix, chips and salsa, nachos, all very good snacks. That is true. I mean, I love Chex Mix, and yeah, but if it was just straight up snack, what are you going with? Exactly. You got to go with popcorn with the seasoning. There's if you can have any sort of seasoning with the guy with the top hat, you know, the seasonings of movie theater popcorn and Parmesan, you mix those together, it's phenomenal. And it's got to be in the top 10 snack of all time. We like to play this game. It's not judging, but you look around and you see a couple and you see how long, you think of how long they've been dating or what number date this is. It's a very fun game to play, and I love playing it because you start to, going back to, you know, everyone lives their own lives and stuff, you start to realize that each person has their own life and is doing the same exact thing as you, but just different, you know, like just different of what they're doing, like their values and all that stuff and how they think. But it's a very fun game of absolutely making up the craziest stories of in your head. So we there was a older couple, and it must have been their first to fifth date because they were sitting on the same side. So whenever you go, I like to sit across, but some couples sit like next to each other because they want to be closer to each other, but I like to face and talk, whatever. And then so it was like a older couple, and they're definitely the first couple dates. They split a meal of steak. If you're listening, I think it's fantastic. And then they finish up, and then you see them walk into the car. He got her door, very, very classy. Got her door. They get into the car, and then just immediately I looked, and they were just making out on each other. You know, gotta love it. Gotta love that the first date went well, or maybe even the fifth date. But it's very funny that happened. So then in that instance, all of your things that made up are basically true because you can kind of confirm which date you're on just by how much lovey-dovey is going on, I guess. I don't know. But it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts that happened. They absolutely just started going to town on each other, and then they left. And you can write your own story from there. Oh, these are my sweats from Comfort. Yeah, we do. We got a code. If you shop the link in the description, go to Comfort, use our code, you get 15% off. They're super comfortable. They're a nice color and just perfect to wear around a fire. I think they still smell like fire because of the last one, but if you're in the market for a new blanket, new shorts, new leisure sets, go to comfort.com, use our code in the link in the description, and get 15% off. Oh, last night we went and got sea glass. That was pretty cool. So there's a beach that I love, and there was a dog there, and it was just chasing this ball for hours, and it just gave me so much pleasure to watch this dog go back and forth in the water and splashing around. It was by sunset. It was just beautiful. Sea glass is also probably one of my favorite things. We go sea glass hunting with my mom and I, and now my girlfriend Alyssa. You know, and if you think about it, we're just kind of cleaning up the beach. Glass is just trash, but then once it's thrown into the ocean and, you know, cycled and barreled around and softened, it becomes like a treasure almost. And honestly, that's pretty freaking cool is to think about is this thing that was glass before, it's beautiful before, but then broken, tumbled around, chewed up, spit out by the ocean, and then washed ashore. Everybody loves it, man. It's nice and soft, and it's just something so nice about it is finding some sea glass. My mom is probably the best sea glass hunter. She could probably write a book about it, but she finds blue sea glass, so it's probably one of the rarest. Yellow is the all-time rarest. I think we found one piece, but apparently up in the North Shore, the blue is very rare. Red is very rare. The yellow is very rare. It's something crazy, and she finds it all. she's like the queen of finding stuff. But upcoming, we got the hockey banquet, Boston Gold Kings, big hockey banquet, and then we're doing another escape game in Dedham. Pretty cool. Speaking of escape rooms, if you are in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, go to Monkey My Escape Rooms. Use our code just for fun. You get $10 off. And I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love escape rooms. I just the immersive experience. I think we all do. Like Chris, Drew, and I just absolutely love them, and how it takes all of us to get out of this room, and how cool it is once you get out. Well, once you figure out a puzzle that you've been working on and you try it and it works, it's awesome. We're going to In Depths. It's like a Forbidden City one, to try to find a Forbidden City, I think. But I'm pretty excited about that. And then next week, we'll see what happens. We'll see what comes. And then some feel good. I was thinking, what is some good things? Because I baked those cookies, and it felt good to make that and then have them actually come out good. You know, like it's just kind of like an instant reward of you bake these things and then you let them cool. You gotta let stuff cool for it to taste good. You let them cool, and then they feel good. It like feels good that you completed this task that everyone likes. So it got me thinking, what are some other feeling good feelings? And there's this song called Cold Hearted by Haven, and it's a phenomenal song, and it's one of those songs that you just instantly fall in love with. That's the thing that I'm trying to say is whenever you find a song that you just instantly click with and love, and there's no sense of, I want this song to end. I think that's kind of what, I think that's what like my goal is for this podcast, is almost like you want more. You don't want to be itching to turn it off, but like you want more of it. So that's kind of the goal of me rambling. I know it probably feels like shutting this off at times, but whatever. But the beat of it is just so phenomenal. And then to go off of that, whenever you're just feeling good during a workout and you feel the music and you just pulsate to the music, almost pause, you like pulsate to the music, and it just lines up perfectly. Like if you're on a run and the music just almost makes you feel like you're going faster, is just phenomenal. Probably one of the best feelings in my head, to be honest. Or a good drink. A good drink is like absolutely phenomenal. Whenever you get a good lemonade or a good coffee, that's whenever you take that sip and you're like, wow, this is gonna be good. This is like baking almost, and it's just something that makes you feel good. It's kind of like making your bed in the morning and you come back home and it's already made and it's nice and you just want to climb in. And speaking of beds, sorry, I've been hitting you with a lot of ads recently, but these sheets, they are absolutely phenomenal, and I know that they're expensive, but I actually love these sheets from Cozy Earth. They, like, if we were sponsored or not, I'd probably still talk about these sheets. It literally feels like a cloud, but not a cloud, because clouds are just full of water. They're in tons of pounds, but it feels like you're having like a comfy orgasm almost, of just feeling comfortable and cool, and it just feels good to get into bed after a long day. You hop into bed and it just feels good, and I'm huge into comfort and stuff like that. So go to cozyearth.com, use our code just for fun. You get 30% off right now. It's it's phenomenal. I absolutely love these sheets. I have 2 pairs, I think. I got my mom a pair, and I'm gonna read you what my mom said. I got her these for Mother's Day, so it's a little bit past Mother's Day, but I gotta say it. Thank you again for my. This is my mom's talk about cozier sheets. Thank you again for my early Mother's Day gift. These cozy sheets are magic again. I slept so good. I am never sleeping on anything else. Honestly, this gift totally makes up for past Mother's Days. Big upgrade from the ER trip. So if you can please, because these are way more than I could spend and so worth it. I would like to keep this a gift to be a tradition. Each year, a new cozy soft color. No more emergencies. I love you. Um, so she's talking about the emergency. She talks about the emergency room a little bit. A quick story. Um, so for hockey, there's spring league, and so there was a game on Mother's Day, and so they had all the moms go on the bench, and anyway, there's all the moms are on the bench. Gameplay happening. Regular game. These games don't mean anything. It's just to keep playing throughout the season. Whatever. I was playing. Kid comes in for a breakaway, gets tripped up or whatever, and absolutely slams me into the post. My head hits the back of the post, and I get a concussion. So that is what she was talking about. I think another Mother's Day was... No, that wasn't stitches. That was just a concussion, so that's the story of why there was so many ER trips. It was just once, though. I don't know why she said a couple. So, if you want to get new sheets, go to cozyearth.com. Use our code just for fun. You get 30% off. They're absolutely phenomenal. I know they're expensive, but they're worth it. A couple other things that I love. Shower. You've probably heard it before, but I absolutely love a shower, and I think it's just something. I don't know why I love them so much, but the feeling of them is just so refreshing and so good, especially after a long hot day or something, and then just coming out and I have a towel warmer. They're so amazing. If you ever have extra money and you want to spend it and splurge, you should get a towel warmer. They're so nice. But yeah, I've been big into the cold showers recently. I don't know why, but my thing has shifted from like hot showers to cold showers now. So now a lot of my showers are cold. I'd still take warm showers, but it's mostly cold. I don't know why I'm talking about showers so much, but I love them. And then another amazing feeling is if you play sports, the act of catching right in the mitt. Like, I play hockey. I'm a goalie. And the snap of the puck hitting the mitt, like the netting of the mitt, and just perfectly hitting it. And that's like equivalent to hitting a golf ball almost perfectly straight and like nailing it right off the club where it doesn't hurt your hands, or like hitting a baseball right where it doesn't hurt on the bat. I don't know. Or hitting like a good pickleball shot. Very excited for pickleball soon. But if you're hitting the link soon, I know it probably sounds like an ad read and I just said all that for nothing, but I actually do mean it. If you're hitting the link soon, go to pinsandaces.com, use code just for fun for 20% off. They got all the golfing apparel, all the golfing stuff that you need. And if you don't golf, it's pretty fun once you hit one straight and good. It's an addictive feeling. So it's getting nice out. That's also a top feeling is whenever you go outside and you can feel grass on your feet. So I do this weird thing. Carney had this weird thing the other night where he had no shoes on and no socks on. And he just ran around the yard like an adventure man. So he was kind of... But like feeling the grass beneath your feet is just phenomenal. And I love it. And it's starting to get that time again. Or feeling the fire on your feet is just phenomenal. I think rainbows are pretty cool. The fact that they can just... I was seeing the sunset the other night. And it's crazy to think that that color theory exists in like different things. So the sky was orange. I mean, everyone's probably seen a sunset, and I love the sunset. I used to try to see it every single night. But I absolutely loved seeing the sunset, and it was orange, and it was beautiful. And we were playing bocce. Oh, I played bocce. Listen, I won against Kathleen. I know you're watching. Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. But whatever. We won. Pretty good at bocce. I feel like I'm all around athlete. Just absolutely phenomenal at everything. But anyway, I you look up and there's pink and orange and just phenomenal sunsets, and I absolutely love it. It's one of those things that you never get tired of looking at. I mean, there's probably a few things that I would get tired of looking at, but it's one of those things that just every single time you see it, and it's just beautiful. It's just, how in the world does that happen? And yeah, I don't know. That's just phenomenal to look at and see just the beautiful sights and the sunsets. So yeah, that's my little thing about sunsets. Last thing before I send it off to Kyle for the send off. I saw this school in New York. It just opened up, and it was $150,000 a semester. Not a semester, a year. So it's called the Founders School. Is opening up in New York City with a staggering tuition of $150,000 per year. However, it offers a money-back guarantee if students do not generate $1 million in gross profit by graduation. The family receives their full tuition back. The school operates on an AI-driven mastery-based schedule designed by Alpha School. So let me tell you what their schedule is and how it works. Morning academics, students are adaptive AI to finish their core curriculum by 11 a.m. Afternoon boot camps. The rest of the day is completely focused on entrepreneurship, real-world business building, and apprenticeships. Cohort-sized inaugural freshman class is strictly limited to around 20 students. That is insane to pay $150,000 for high school. But if you are absolutely rich and if you think about it, it's just you're not gonna, if they are so confident in their product, it makes sense that it's a money back guarantee almost. If you don't make $1 million by graduation, that's pretty good to send your kid there. If you have the money, that's pretty smart to send your kid there. Because what if you just make 900,000? Then you get the money back anyway. I mean, if you think about it that way. But that's it was insane. I heard on the Views podcast with Jason Nash and David Dobrik, and I couldn't believe it. So I had to look it up, look more into it, and it's insane. So if you think about it, each school, every school should have a little bit of that real world, almost business building and stuff like that. But that's just me. That's just my outlook on it. But that it was just insane to me that it's $150,000 a year. But at the end of the 4 years, if your kid doesn't make $1 million, then you get that $600,000 back. So I don't know. Crazy, crazy times for school. So take it away, Kyle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I love every single one of you. I use all the codes in the use all of our codes. Link in the descriptions to all the shops we have. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Kyle, for being here. Shop, the link in the descriptions. Shop. Use our codes, all that stats. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Listen wherever you get your podcast. Whatever you think. And I hope you have a phenomenal week. Get outside. It's warm out. Maybe it's cold out, wherever you are, wherever you're watching. I don't know. But it's warm out here, so go outside. Enjoy it. And we will see you next Saturday.